how he will be able to get his external data into his R environment. Okay, so I just want to show the easiest way to get your data into your R environment. It's really that simple. So I'm going to do this. I'm just being fast about it. Okay, so sharing my entire screen now. And so if you can see my screen, let me pull this down and then okay. So if you can see my screen, let me pull this up. So the first way to be able to get your external data into your R IDE, that's integrated development environment, where you can do whatever. You have your data that's sitting on your local computer. So the local computer means it's either sitting on your desktop or your download or your document, or it's sitting somewhere, or even on your pen drive. I mean, there should be a way of getting it into the R environment before you can work with it. First way is you can use the environment panel where you have import data. So if I come here, I just click on, if I say import, so I can see that I am importing from either, if I'm importing from a CSV file, so that means that you should have had the data already and you should know the kind of data file you are dealing with. It can be a CSV file that's comma separated, it can be a text file, it can be an Excel file, it can be SPSS, it can be SAS, it can be Stata, whatever data format that you have saved. If you want to know what the file type, just go into the file and then you look at the file extension. So the file extension will tell you the file type. So let me get to my desktop and just show you something. So if you pick this particular file, for instance, you see that it's a CSV file. You can see .csv. So it's a CSV file. See, if I open my desktop, you can see quite a number of. So if you see this, that's a document. It's GOCX. That's a document, Microsoft document. If you see this, it ends with X. Look at this. It ends with XLS. That's an Excel file. So the file extension is always what comes after the dot. That tells you whether you are dealing with a CSV file whatsoever. So if you know this, it becomes easy for you to import your data. So now the first way to be able to import your data or to get data into our environment is simply come here. So you are importing from a CSV file. So I can click from here and then it will take me to my local machine. Then I can look for which file is CSV. So this is a CSV file. If I click on this, and then you see that it comes to open, and then I could actually come here and then open it. And so for now I've not imported. I need to do some of these things. So I have to check all these things up, and then if everything is okay, then I'll come and click import and the data will be imported. You can see import down here. If I click import here, the data will be imported. That's the first way. So now when the data is going to be imported, you should have to know that this is the name. It will be imported with this particular name. If you want, you can change this name, the name on top here, simulate underscore TS. So you can actually change that particular name and to the name that you want. But when you import, that's the name it is. And then you would have had your data imported. That's one way. You can do this if it is CSV, so you use the base. If it is a text file, then you do this. You have to import from a text. A text file is always different from a text file is mostly in the Notepad form. Then you should be able to do that. Then if it is an Excel, you click this, then you see that Excel, it gives you a different interface. Then you have to come, then you come and browse, then you come and look for the Excel. This is the Excel file. If I click on this, and then you will notice that if I say I want to open it, so now it has opened the Excel file here. So I can come here. Maybe I don't want to import the entire Excel file, so I'm just going to pick some little bit of it. So this is the name of the Excel file, Excel dashboard. Then I can come the sheet. If I know the sheet number, maybe I have Excel of like 20 sheets, different sheets. So I can actually select the sheet. And within the sheet, I can also select the range. Maybe I want from A1 to, let's say, G10. Then I select it that way. Then I come here, maximum number of rows, I can select that. When I finish, then I click on import. That's going to take you straight into R. Now, before I continue, so now I'm going to leave it here. That's one of the ways through which you can import your data. After you have imported the data, now for instance, I just imported one data here, which is here. I think is no more existing. I have to import it all over again. So what I'm going to do is, it's a CSV file. So what am I going to do? I could actually come here and come and just say I'm importing like this. It's a CSV file. Then I'll go, where is the data? It was found in my downloads. If I come and click here, then I'll come and click on open. You see that if I click on open, the data is already out here. Then if everything is alright, then I come and click on import. The data has been imported. So this is why I wanted to work with the data. So I can simply just come here. It's imported. This is the name of the data set. So now if I want, I can just say I want to have a head, and then I can just have a look at the data set, which is a ticket. It's actually train tickets. So if I do like this, I can actually have a look, run it. I can see just a little bit of it. So now if I want, I can work with the name train underscore ticket, or I can actually give it a name. And so if you import the data, what is now left is to assign the data to the name you want to be working with, which is quite comfortable. So let's say I want to call it my data. So I'll just do like that, and then I'll go like this, and then I'll say train, and then you see that the train ticket data is there. So if I run it, now I have packed the data into this. So I'll not be working with this particular file, and that's how it is. That's quite simple. Now, I have shown you how to use the environment to be able to import the data. Now, another way of importing data that helps you a lot is by using a code. Now, when I said I was going to import this, the train data which was here, if I had done this, you will notice if I pull this up, or I'm trying to get, okay, so let me cancel this. I want to do it again. I want to do it all over again, and then I'll show you something. So if I come here and let's say I want to import a particular data set, let's say it is found under my downloads. So I come here, if I click on this, so what is it? You can actually see the data is seated somewhere here. If I click on open, I'm actually trying to see if I can get the link. Some kind of link should be there so that I can pick it up. I want to use it to be able to explain something. Well, I'm not getting that, so let me try another different set. So here I want to look for my desktop and go for my look for this particular data here. Okay, so I'm going to try see if I can. Okay, so that's another way through which you can import your data into. So after you have done this, then you click on import, then it comes in. But I want to do something in which I have not done. This other form that I am talking about is where we can actually have the link. All right. So let's say I want to import from Excel, and then I'm going to browse here and look for an Excel. So if I come here, it opens. Now, have you seen there's a link here? So now come and copy this particular link, and then just close this, then come here and paste it. So when you do like this, but it is telling you that you need to have this package. You need to library this particular package before you'll be able to use it. Yeah. So if I do that, now I can now import this particular Excel file using this. Why is this quite important? It's important because anytime at all you realize that there are some things you can change, maybe the header was not correct and whatsoever, you made some mistakes, you simply go to the Excel file on your local machine, do all the changes and save, and come and run this particular line again. It will just it will update everything for you, and that is why. So if I run this, you see that I have my Excel file, now seated inside here. I can have a view of this, and then you can see whatever that is there. For instance, if I say head, if I do a head and then I say Excel dashboard, which is already seated here, if I run that portion, you can see that it gives me whatever that I was looking for, which is there. So another form of, apart from using the first part, you can also use this particular code. And in any of them, when you are importing, the code is always down there, so you can always copy the code. It allows you to be able to manipulate and then change as and when you realize that maybe you have made a mistake or the headings are not correct and you need to change the headings. If you're not good at writing the code to do that, then you can always go to your local machine and do those changes. Now, this very final one that I want to show all of us is how to be able to use this one. And to me, it is the most easiest way to be able to the one that you can this one. So read. So you see that it is read read.csv into bracket file.choose. This one, when you run this code, it allows you to go into your local machine. It will take you straight into your local machine, and then you are going to look for what? A CSV file. So if let me run this line and you see something, so it takes me straight into my local machine. So I can go and look for where my CSV file is hiding. Then if I see my CSV file, wherever this is a CSV file, then I can click on this. You see that it opens. You come and click here, open, and then the CSV file has been it has been loaded. But what I normally have to do, if you are using file.choose, it's good to create your variable already. So let's say I wanted to just say dd, that's my variable, and then I just have, and so I now want to go and look for that particular variable. When I get it, I direct it to this. When I'm going to look for the file, when I get the file, directed to this particular variable. And so let's say I come here, if I do this, it will take me to my local machine, and then I can do that's for CSV file. What about if it were Excel file? What is that? Could have been read underscore Excel. So read underscore Excel. So this is how it would have been. So when you run that file again, it will also take you to your local machine, and then you choose your Excel file that you want. So let's say I wanted this particular Excel file here. I could just do this, but it has already been imported, so I'm going to change a different one, but you can see that it's coming. So when you click on open, you definitely import it. So these are the various ways. If it is a text file, then you're going to say read.text into bracket file.choose, and then you have to put this there. So if it is, this one was for Excel, so if I copy it, if I come here, if I come down there and then I paste it, then I could have said maybe this is for a, if it's for a CSV, I will say a CSV, yes, then I'll say read.csv. So I'm just coming to claim from here and say .csv. See, you can see the CSV is already here. And then if it is a text file, I'm just going to do this and say it's going to be read.text. So read.text, and then so any of them, if you run any of them, it will take you to your local machine. Then you choose the specific file, and then that's the basic or the easiest way to be able to import data into your R environment and then to be able to work with it. Now let me summarize what I've said. I said the first thing, if you want to import your data, there are various ways of doing it, but you can use your environment pan on your R Studio, the top right corner pan. Then you come and use this import. You can import from CSV. So import from base is a CSV file. Import from text is a text file. Then Excel, SPSS, Stata, and then whatsoever. If you don't want to use that one, now you can also use this extension. So you know that you are going to read a CSV file, so you can write this code if you know how to write the code. If it is Excel, this is how you have to write it. If it is a CSV file, you need to be able to actually indicate the path. So you should know that the path starts with your C, your local machine, goes to your name, your user, go to your own name, and then go to wherever it is. If it's a desktop / then you mention the name of that particular file, and then the file extension appropriately. Then you import it. Now the easiest way to do it is to this last part I've just shown, where you say read underscore Excel into bracket file.choose. Now when you click on that, it takes you to your local machine. You select the file you want and click open. it will also import it into your R environment, and you can begin to work with it. But I'm saying that this last part, when you do that, it's often important to make sure that you are directing it into a variable that you have already created. So if I'm importing this Excel file, it means after I finish importing, it has been directed and it is now hiding in this variable I've created called DD. If it is a CSV file, after I click this and I choose the CSV file on my local machine, it has been saved in this particular variable I've created called CSV. So that's how we are able to import data into our R environment. If you've understood this, thank you, and that's your video for today. I didn't want to go this far, but I think it's worth it. Thank you. I'll see you.